For example, we have this bar plot here, and if we want to take out a certain value for a dramatic effect, then we can do this very easily. So apparently there is a very simple way to create fully vectorized images in R that could be imported into PowerPoint, and you can do wonderful things with them. I learned about this possibility on the X platform from the post on the left side. Well, I leave it up in case you want to check it out. Also, quite soon after, there was an additional very helpful post that I also leave on the right side of the screen that gives a quick and easy rundown how to do and how to vectorize these images. Coincidentally, I will also showing this process in this video, but also I will be showing something extra, what you can do with the visualizations of graphs on live PowerPoint presentations. Okay, so first thing first, you have to create these images in R. Of course, these images or graphs could be custom for your requirements, but for the demonstration, we will use well, the cars package and then later on the MPG package just to have a few very simple plots that we can animate. Well, what you need is the tidyverse package, because basically the heavy lifting is done with the ggplot and then the ggsave function. But anyway, so you start by loading tidyverse with library tidyverse. Now, if you run it the first time, you might come across a problem or well, an error message that well, complains about namespace and something called svg lite package. Well, the solution is simple. If you get or come across this, you basically well, you just say install.packages and you install the svg lite package. Well, I don't know if it needs to be loaded, but for the good measure, we also load it. The next thing that you need to do is create, well, any kind of graph. And well, we just create one bar plot and the one XY plot for demonstration. So this is a very standard ggplot setup. So I will be not going into detail, but basically what we want is a bar plot for this example. After running this part, we have a fairly simple graph. But now comes the first part of the trick, is that we have to use a ggsave function. Well, just give a file name, but we have to do the vector image, so the svg extension. Running this, this image will be saved to our working directory. At this point, you are already good to go to try it out in PowerPoint. Well, I will just go ahead and I will create this other plot as well, just to have a bit of a variety in this video and also showing a few things. But so basically you can do it with one plot as well. The next step is you open PowerPoint and you load the image, or basically bring in the SVG image you just created. You do this by clicking Insert Pictures and insert picture from this device. Here you find the image that you want to insert. So this would be this SVG image. Click Insert and you have it in. At this point, it is a normal image, so it's nothing special. So you can resize it if you want and put it wherever you want. Well, the second part of the trick comes right now, and it's also very easy. Basically, you just right-click and you click Convert to Shape. By doing this, you already transformed the image into the vector format. This has a bunch of advantages, and that is, you might know the situation that you have a bit of a problem with axis titles, but in this case is nothing easier than to rewrite it to whatever you want. Also, if you don't like the position or the, well, how it is or where it is, you can move and rotate things wherever you want. What you also can do is use animations on the plot. Here you can click, well, whatever you want to animate. And so basically Also, holding down the Control key, you can select more things, click animations, and for example, you want some things to fly in. Now, this is something that you might experience first. So if you just click them without anything, then well, the whole thing moves as a one unit. To prevent this from happening, you right-click the graph, go to group and say ungroup. Oops, and then there is suddenly many more things happening here. But now what happens is that you can select individual dots here. So for example, if you want to highlight some of these or you want them to fly in for a dramatic effect, well, then you can do so. Next, we use the bar graph plot to demonstrate a few other things. So the procedure is exactly the same. Insert pictures from this device, bar plot that we have created. So again, just an image. We make it a bit bigger, right-click, convert to shape, and we are basically done. Here, what we can do also is, for example, ungroup. And for example, if you want to go, well, I kind of grab a few. And if you want to go for the Leaning Tower of Pisa effect, then you can do things to it. Well, I'm not sure this is the best idea for the visualization perspective, but certainly you can do things like this. But maybe what makes more sense sometimes if you have a very long axis titles or basically descriptors, so you can turn them so they fit. Well, in this case, they fit anyway, but well, it's a very easy thing to do. Yeah, of course, you can do these things also in R, but with this approach, you have additional possibilities. But I saved the best for the last, and well, there are two animations that well, I tried out, and well, I like these very much. For example, we have this bar plot here, and if we want to take out a certain value for a dramatic effect, then we can do this very easily also with the PowerPoint animations. This effect is also here in the animation pane, and basically this simple turn effect that basically takes out a piece of this vectorized bar graph. Of course, if you want to, well, just color this one in a different way, then there's nothing easier than to do it just with a simple click of a button. And at the end, let's have a small victory dance performed by our own bar graph here. A swirl and a twirl, and we are done. Well, this was it from my side. I leave the links to the two mentioned resources here in the description below. If you like this video, click the like. If you like the channel, click the subscribe, and I see you next time. For today, I thank you for your time, and I wish you a really nice day.